So mostly I love this thing, but as with anything awesome, it's got some quirks. And so I want to show you how to empty the canister, the dust canister, and remove it for cleaning. First thing you have to do is take off any attachment. Easy, done. And then you want to slide the dust canister forward. Now this little thing confused me at first because I was just kind of pushing this way, and it's not really designed to push. It's designed to push and rotate about this axis. So what you want to do is kind of push and rotate at the same time. The longer I've had mine, the more trouble I have with this friction point up here on the top. It gets stuck. And so the solution I figured out is to kind of unlock it first, which I've already done, and then just pull forward here. So like I said, when I first got it, it was very easy. It just, as long as I did this part right, it just slid forward and I didn't have to do anything else. But now I have to pull from the top. Once you've done that, you pull forward, the lid opens, and the dust is going to come out. So be prepared. If you've got a full canister, do it over your bag or garbage pail or whatever. Once you've got the dust canister forward and open, then you can take the whole thing off simply by pressing this little red tab down here and then remove the rest of the way. So that's super easy. Once you've done that, or at least once I've done that, I tend to take a terry or microfiber towel and clean inside here because I'm just anal that way and I like to keep my fancy Dyson clean and nice looking. You don't have to clean the inside, of course, but I do recommend at least emptying it every time you use it because it's a small canister and the more dust that's in there, of course, it's going to affect the suction power of the motor. Something else to show you is that these units, they seem to be a lot of refurbished ones on the market, and I believe the reason is there's a defect in this trigger mechanism. When there's downward pressure on the battery, which will happen when you're holding it, because the bottom of your hand here tends often to put some pressure on here. What happens is when you put pressure in here, it pulls on some of the stuff that's in here and then pulls the trigger inward. Now I've opened this up and had a look, and I did something that I think helped a little bit, but in the end really wasn't worth it. And I'll show you why. So once you have the pressure on here, you can even see, I don't know if you can see, it pulls the trigger forward a little bit. But you can also see the solution is to just push back up here. So it's not a big deal at all. And in fact, it might be a fringe benefit for a lot of people because this unit only activates if you're pressing the trigger. You can't go hands-free by design. So if you want to go hands-free, put this down and then just use your attachment without squeezing the trigger. All you have to do is pull this. Now you can do your other stuff. And when you're done, push back. So it's kind of a fringe benefit. When you're done with all that, and you want to put the canister back on, just align the rails here. Now snap into place and pull forward. Close your lid and you're done. The other thing I wanted to show you was the lube. Now I recommend using a silicone-based lubricant. This one is DuPont non-stick dry film lubricant. I wanted to give it a try. I don't know that I like it or don't. The reason I got it is it's supposed to go after the liquids evaporate, it leaves sort of a dry film. I don't know whether it's more effective than a regular silicone lubricant. Anyway, what I recommend doing is putting some lube on these rails and at this friction point up here on this rubber gasket. It doesn't help that much, but it does help a little bit. You can also put some on this rubber part. It might help a little bit. So that's about it for that part. The other thing is, the more you attach and remove the attachments, the more stubborn this part gets. So I recommend putting a little bit of lube on the inside here, and it will make it much easier to attach and reattach stuff. I think that's about it. Good luck.